Hi! So this video is, I wrote a blog post about this, but I wanted to do a video as well because for YouTube. So only hurt people hurt people. I feel like whenever you get someone that's attacking you or abusing you or trying to hurt you in any way, they're just reflecting their inner pain externally, and you just happen to be the subject, you know, that they're taking their pain out on. But it's kind of a two-sided lesson here, because if you're the one getting this stuff, then there's also a lesson for you there as well, because actually it has a lot to do with healthy self-esteem on both sides. This is why quite often you get like an abuser and an abusee kind of relationship, because, you know, generally if you're quite healed and you're healthy and somebody comes and they attack you or they abuse you, then you just can sort of see that they're in pain, and you can see that they're not in a good place, or you can see that they are just carrying a lot of wounds, and you just take it for what it is and you move on with your life and you don't really think about it again. I feel like when you're drawn into those situations and you start to feel shit about it and you feel down about it, it's generally because you've got your own wound going on with like self-worth. So you give that person's negative opinion of you so much worth and value in your life that, oh my God, maybe they're right, maybe I'm ugly, maybe I'm not attractive, maybe I'm not smart or intelligent. You know, you start to take their words and make them your reality. And that's generally when your own self-esteem is pretty low. And their self-esteem is also low. That's why there's a mirror effect going on, because people only abuse people. People are only bully people or hurt people because they're hurt themselves. Like, nobody who's really at peace and loves themselves and is really happy is just going to go out there and cause harm to people. It just doesn't work that way. You know, you can look in your own life. You know, there's days when you just feel really joyful. You just met someone, you've fallen in love, you've got promotion, or any of these kind of physical things that make you feel great, and you love the world. You know, someone can actually treat you a little bit crap and you don't even care because you're so focused on this great thing that's come into your life. And then you wake up one morning and you're feeling like crap and the whole world's against you, and then, you know, woe betide anybody that you come into contact with that day, because you just can't see the world in a positive light that day. I mean, even so, that's still not fully healed, because it's kind of finding joy from the external. But when you really reach that state of complete self-acceptance, or at least near enough to, then you start to formulate that joy within. So you just go around and your life is an experience of kindness and, you know, understanding everybody where they're at. And if somebody's nasty to you, you just see that you can see that it's their mirror. You know, we go around in life and what is so within, so without. You know, we walk around and people just basically see our mirror reflection of our insides coming out. You know, if we're balanced and we're whole, our whole demeanor is of love. You know, people's eyes glow, their faces have that sort of glow about them, and they just speak about higher things and kind things. And then when someone's internally very unhealed and carries a lot of wounds, like, you know, they go around and they spout toxic stuff that matches their insides. It's hate and abuse and harmful stuff. And there is very little that you can do about that, because that's their journey and they've got to sort that out themselves. But I feel like this video is more for the people that are on the other side of it, because obviously those people have to go and seek their own help. But if you're attracting these people and you don't and it's affecting you and it's making you really hurt, or you feel drawn to these type of people and you actually engage in relationships with them and stuff, then, you know, you probably have a similar level of low self-esteem that they do, that's making you okay with being in this dynamic. You know, and once you heal yourself, you'll no longer be drawn to those people. You'll just see them for what they are, hurt people, and you'll just kind of let them be, and they won't change how you feel about yourself. They won't make you feel less than you are. They won't make you feel anything, because you just see them as something showing up, as an experience, and you see them mirroring their own pain, and you just love them, and you let them be, and you move forward. And any kind of being drawn into engagement, you know, is just where you're not really secure within yourself. And it can be like coming from a savior program that you just want to dive in and save them and make them feel better, or maybe, you know, you don't really have great self-esteem and you seek other people to validate that for you externally, and these people are never going to validate it for you externally because they're so wounded themselves and they don't like themselves, so they just can't give that out to somebody else. So yeah, this video really is just, you know, if you feel like somebody's hurting you and you feel like an external source can hurt you and make you feel in some way less than you are, then that's something internal you need to work on. Like, how can you accept yourself more? How can you love yourself more? How can you just be more present with yourself so that nothing anyone does externally can kind of rock your inner boat? And, you know, that's moving forwards and understanding that everything, the way we feel, we can't really do much about what shows up, but how we feel about what shows up, that's just completely something we can process and we can change. So yeah, anytime you feel like somebody hurts you and you cling on to that and you can't just think, oh, you know, I'll give them some love and I'll move forwards, then, you know, it's always just worth questioning what part of you needs their validation, what part of you allowed them to make you feel upset, and then work with that to go forward. So that's my video on hurt people. And yeah, I hope it was useful, and I'll speak soon.